I grew to live in fear of Bruno stuttering or stumbling. I could always hear him sort of muttering and mumbling. Dolores, hey, what's wrong? You know, out of all my cousins, you're like my favorite cousin. So I feel like I can talk to you about anything. Ergo, you can talk to me about anything. Isabella, we used to be very close when we were kids. Remember when we lived in the nursery? Yeah, I remember. Everything changed when we received our gifts. I moved out, you moved out. My gift allows me to hear things, Isa. Things I don't necessarily want to hear. You can talk to me, Dolores. You know that, right? It's about your fiancé. Mariano? Yes. What about him? I can hear him. He writes poetry. And I like poetry. And him. You like Mariano? Why? What do you see in him? You never understand, Isa. Mariano likes you. You get to be with him. I'm not so sure that's true. Mariano is only following his mother's instructions, and I'm only following Abuela's orders. I don't love him. Tio Bruno saw a vision of my future. He told me that the man of my dreams will be just out of reach, betrothed to another. It's like I hear him now. Bruno says I can live my dreams. In doing so, he floods my brain. Look at me, what do I do? This 7-foot frame rats along his back. When he calls my name, it all fades to black. Yeah, he sees my dreams and feasts on my screams. Our fate is sealed when our prophecy is read. Dolores, will you take my place and marry Mariano instead? Marry him? Well, we'd have to date first. But yeah, I'll be his girlfriend. Great, we have a deal. Listen, previously, Luisa, Mirabel, and I have been trying to find a way to cancel the engagement using data science. Luisa collected the dataset, Mirabel trained the model, and finally we built a model with an accuracy of 80%. But is 80% good enough to convince Abuela?
Hey girls, how is it going? Is the data science thing working?
I think we can do more to improve the model. Isa, why don't you go see what Abuela is up to in the dining hall and make sure she stays there while Luisa and I try to find a solution. Okie dokie, I'm counting on you.
Previously, we talked about hyperparameter tuning, which is a process of determining the right combination of hyperparameters that maximize the model performance.
How does it work, Luisa?
We can perform hyperparameter tuning using the train function in two ways, either by setting the tune length or by setting the tune grid.
What are tune length and tune grid?
So we're using the R-Caret package. Tune length allows Caret to automatically determine the values each parameter should take. So tune length equals 2 indicates the number of different values to try for each tuning parameter.
What about tune grid?
Tune grid, on the other hand, allows you to control what values should be considered for each parameter.
That sounds cool, Luisa. Let's try tune grid.
First, we define the tune grid using the expand grid function. Then, we use the train function to tune hyperparameters by setting the tune grid.
I noticed that you set the method as Earth. Does this refer to the multivariate adaptive regression splines or the Mars algorithm that we talked about in the previous episode?
Indeed, we should also try a few other models by changing the method field. Caret has so many algorithms. Choices.
Ooh, I choose Ada Boost, RF, and SVM radio.
Good choices, Dolores. So let's specify the methods as Ada Boost, RF for random forest, and SVM radio for support vector machines with radial basis function kernel.
Whoa, that sounds complicated.
Don't worry about the technicalities, Dolores. We can simply use the resamples function to compare model performances. So we can compare 4 models: Mars, Ada Boost, RF, and SVM radio.
That's amazing, Luisa. Can we visualize the comparison somehow?
Of course we can. We can use the bwplot function. Take a look, Dolores.
Cool! Looking at the accuracy facet, the Mars model appears to be the best performing model overall as it has the highest accuracy. But all these models are separate. Can we combine multiple models to make predictions?
You read my mind, Dolores. we can certainly combine or ensemble the predictions using the Caret Ensemble package. All we need to do is to put the names of the algorithms and pass them to the Caret list function instead of the train function.
Then I guess we can combine the predicted values from multiple models to create a new ensemble that predicts better?
That's right. We can ensemble the predictions to form a new combined prediction based on the Generalized Linear Model or GLM using the Caret stack function. Check out the results, Dolores.
Ooh, the ensemble accuracy on the train dataset is 83%.
Yes, and for the test dataset, the accuracy is 81%, which is slightly better than the original Mars model in the previous episode. Mars had an accuracy of 80%.
Aw, that's not a big improvement. Will it be enough to help Isabella?
Don't know, but I think we are ready to present the results to Abuela. Let's go, Dolores.